Juba and an old brown squaw. Now, it's never been written down. Everybody just learned their parts by ear, and many of the parts are improvised. Improvisation is one of the most important aspects of jazz music. Well, a lot of people would say it's the most important. It's the thing that makes jazz the music of freedom. And when a whole band improvises together, well, that's when jazz is most itself. Everyone, when they're improvising, has to choose to play together, to choose to lead into a company, to choose to find each other's rhythm, and to play soft and loud enough for everyone to be heard. All the time, we're improvising, making up, inventing new ideas. Improvisation is what usually confuses us when we first hear jazz. So many ideas just flying all over the place. I can't tell y'all how many times I've heard, that music is just too wild for me. Everybody just blowing anything they want up into their horn. Do y'all make all of that up? Well, we do make it up, but it's similar to the type of making up that all of us do when conversing. And in a conversation, there are certain rules of etiquette that we follow. Otherwise, everybody would just holler and scream or talk all over each other. In jazz, we have the 3x3s of improvising. We're going to talk about that today. Of the first three, number one is make up something at the spur of the moment. Really like a story that's not quite true. I'm not advocating lying, but you know we all slip every now and then. You go off on a flight of fancy, making up facts as you go along, putting things together in your own way. One thing, you have to have a good memory, or you're going to forget where you are and end up exposed. Improvising in music is the same way, except musicians tell the truth. But as you go on, you have to remember what you made up so that your improvisation will continue to make sense. Number two, use whatever is available to make it up. It's like a sandwich. You know, if you go in the kitchen to make a sandwich and there's no jelly and you only have peanut butter, and then you look in the refrigerator and you see a fish and some leftover bacon and some of that bacon grease, and you don't have any bread and you just have a hot dog bun, well, you're going to end up with a peanut butter fish and bacon sandwich with some bacon grease on a hot dog bun. Well, if you're playing jazz, if you can only play high notes, you have to make up something high. If there are no drums, beat on the table or something, anything. Stomp your feet on the floor. Use whatever you have to make music. Number three, put your feelings and personality into whatever you create. Very important. It's like how you do your hair. If you want to bring the afro back, be my guest. Or some of you like spiky hair, or you like to put grease in it and mousse and have it looking cute and twisted and turned all different kinds of ways. Or some people even like to dye it different colors. Well, they're really making a cultural statement when they do that. No matter how dumb it looks later, be you. In jazz, play things the way you feel them. If you like playing fast, play fast notes. Slow, slow. Whatever. Just realize, just like that hairstyle, there's a thin line between genius and a fool. Now that's the first group of three. Now we're going to ask Mr. Wycliffe Gordon to come forward with his kazoo, and we're going to learn the second set of threes and how to improvise jazz music. Number one, imitation. Don't look for some music to be written down. Listen to it and play what you hear. You could just be sitting in front of the TV when a commercial comes on or anything. Start singing it. Try to play it. Play every inflection and rhythm. It's really how we learned how to speak, so everybody knows how to do this. I'm going to play Happy Birthday, and Wycliffe will imitate me on the kazoo. 2, change the rhythms and melodies in a playful fashion. The more playful, the more difficult it's going to be to learn. But the plan is what makes it fun and what makes it feel more spontaneous and improvised. Number 3, use slurs, vibrato, trills, and other sound effects. Slurs mean sliding from one note to another, like whoop. A vibrato means a trembling of tone, like whoop. And a trill is going very quickly from one note to another. That's hard to do. And there are many other effects. Anything that comes to your mind, put it in your music. Now let's hear a version of Happy Birthday that features masterful improvisation by one of the world's great kazooists, Wycliffe Gordon. Now, after you get to improvising real good by yourself, a higher degree of satisfaction comes from improvising with other people. The third set of 3s are the 3 know-hows of group improvisation. First, know the form of the song. It's like that sandwich we were talking about earlier. If you don't know that the bread goes on the outside, boy, you're going to have a hard time making that sandwich. In jazz music, the form is repeated over and over again, so we have plenty of chances to learn it. Let's learn the form of this song entitled Little Liza Jane. It has 2 sections, A and B. Both are played twice, A, B, B. This is A. This is B.
Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane.
Let's hear the entire form with the melody and the rhythm section. 1, 2. Now let's see if we can hear the form without the melody. Check out the rhythm section. here's a complete performance of Little Liza Jane. I want you all to notice how the form just goes around and around and around. The same thing repeated over and over again. Concentrate on the form.
1, 2, Oh, little Liza, little Liza Jane. 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 Oh, little Liza, little Liza Jane.
Our second pointer for group improvisation, stay in the groove. Well, that's a pointer for life, actually. You have to pay attention in a conversation. You have to pay attention to what's going on around you so you know where you can fit in. You have to stay in the groove when playing. Now let's return to the very first song we heard, Juba and the Old Brown Squaw. It has an A-A-A-B form. This is A. Let's hear the drum groove. Now, upon first hearing, this could sound like a lot of stuff going on, but this groove can be broken down into two basic parts: the high part of the groove and the low part of the groove. When improvising on this groove, it's important to find melodies and rhythms that fit and make the groove feel right. I have to make sure that my fast rhythms line up with the high part of the groove, because that's the part that's faster, and that my longer rhythms line up with the low part, because that's the longer and slower part. And when all of these rhythms are lining up, you're playing in the groove. Let's hear how. Now here's our third pointer for group improvisation. Listen and respond appropriately. You have to respond with something that makes sense. Once again, just like in a conversation, somebody asks you, would you like something from the store? You don't say, did they land on Mars? Or it was last Tuesday. Similarly, in music, we answer each other with phrases that are related in some way. However, there are no rules to govern musical call and response. Each person responds in their own way, but you have to stick to some type of subject. For example, now let's hear what it sounds like when an entire group responds together. 1, 2, That's one of the joys of jazz improvisation. Everybody can come together, make up their own music, and everything is designed to accommodate your personality and your specific feeling. Now we're going to hear a performance of Juba once again. I want you all to listen for call and response, playing inside the groove, the AAAB form, slurs and trills and other effects, playful changes in the rhythms and the melodies, and finally, making up musical ideas at the spur of the moment. That's improvisation, and that's what we love to do.